On today's episode of Nerdy Dating, we discuss how long you should date your boyfriend before marriage. We also talk about a boyfriend who refuses to be intimate with his girlfriend. Those conversations and more all coming down the pipeline on today's episode of Nerdy Dating. Stick around. What's up, world? Welcome to another episode of Nerdy Dating. I am your host, Zakka, and thank you guys for watching Nerdy Dating. Thank you guys for supporting and sharing and liking the podcast. Please continue to share with your friends and family, and somebody has a dating question they want to have answered or just need some dating advice, send them our way and we'll go ahead and get them, set in the right ways. Now, today's episode is going to be some Reddits and a TikTok review here, and we are going to react to a video from, her name is, it's Gabby F.E., I believe is her name. We're going to react to a video from her. And she said, how long will you date your boyfriend before marriage? So let's see what she has to say here.
I have a friend who wants to be married, and she has been waiting for her boyfriend to pop the question, and he still hasn't. They've been together for 7 years. We were out to dinner, and she said, I am not going to stay here forever waiting. I want to be married. 7 years later, and she's still not, and he still hasn't popped the question. And then I asked her, well, why? He said, well, he doesn't feel like he is at the place financially that he needs to be to get married. And I understand a lot of men feel that way. Like, they feel they need to get their financial things in order. They have something to accomplish before they settle down and get married. And the biggest disconnect is women, we don't got all day to be waiting for a man to take his merry old time to be ready. We got eggs that are getting older every period, every year. And if you're a woman who wants to get married and have kids, you just don't have that luxury. But I want to ask you, how long are you willing to wait? For me personally, I have a max of 2 years. We meet, we're friends, we date. I better see a ring on my finger before 2 years is up. Ideally 1 year, but before 2 years is up, because I'm a grown woman, I know what I want. You're a grown man, you should know what you want. Don't waste my time. And then another friend told me, oh, well, I know a friend, and she was with her boyfriend for 10 years, and then he finally popped the question. Let me hear that back. Let's be for real, though. Do you want to be with a girlfriend for 10 years? You probably have already combined finances, put your name on the house, had a few kids in those 10 years, and then he pops the question. It's like, no, he just got everything he wanted without making an honest woman out of you, and you got to sit there not with a ring, not with a wedding, not with anything that you wanted. And also, I want to be a hot young bride. I don't want to be with a man for all those years and then he wants to marry me when I'm in my 40s or 50s or whatever. It's like, no, you're just wasting my time where I could be with someone else who is serious about me, who is ready, and who's willing to pop the question, put a ring on my finger, and make an honest woman out of me. What do y'all think?
Okay, that was a lot there. A lot of it is,
I have a friend,
100% her prerogative, and she made some valid points. But she's like, how long will you date your boyfriend before marriage? And how long do you think somebody should wait? It's up to that person. It's up to you. What is your prerogative when it comes to marriage? What is your viewpoint on marriage? What do you, somebody who's like, I don't care about the ceremony, I don't care about marriage. Marriage to me is just really for a thing for taxes. Okay, cool. But you're somebody like, no, marriage for me is a symbol of commitment. It's like the strongest value of commitment you can have to somebody, and this is what I view it as. Cool. Or you're somebody like, hey, marriage, a wedding costs, $30,000, and you gotta do this, and you gotta do that, and the honeymoon, all these extra things, inviting friends and family is not gonna be cheap. The reception and the venue and all this stuff, we gotta make sure we have our eggs in a line, because we're not trying to go in debt just to have a wedding. Okay, there's things you have to look into and take into account. Now, if you care about the person and you like, hey, I'm not just trying to marry anybody, I want to marry a specific person, but that person's like, hey, I don't care about marriage, or the same viewpoint of marriage, or their timeline for marriage is different, you have to be honest with yourself what your timeline with marriage is. It could be, well, my timeline is 2 years. All right, cool. 2 years before you pop the question, but make sure you have the right person, or before you get the question popped to you, make sure you have the right person that you make sure, you're walking down the alleyway and going to be with for the rest of your life. You just don't want to date and marry anybody. Don't get married for the sake of marriage, because you can be married but then completely miserable 10 years, 5 years, even a year into the marriage. Now, if her friend really put that, like, stick to that guns on, hey, I don't want to get married, I want to make sure I'm married by, I don't know, 32. All right, well, you need to be upfront and honest with your boyfriend who you've been dating, and instead of waiting like, okay, well, 7 years gone by and he hasn't popped the question. It's up to you. What's your viewpoint on marriage, and how bad do you really want to get married? If it's something to you where a wedding and marriage is not that important to you, where you're like, you know what, I'm okay and comfortable and committed with this person, and I know they're comfortable and committed with me, and we are together and we're combining this, and we don't need a ring on our finger to solidify our commitment, then that's completely fine to you. But you're like somebody like, no, I want that ring on my finger to solidify that I am committed. Then you need to make sure you find somebody who has that same viewpoint on marriage, and also find somebody who has the same viewpoint that, like, okay, once we get married, we're not getting divorced, because you got to look into that as well. Just because you get married doesn't mean you're just setting up like, okay, well, if I'm not 100% committed 2 years down the line, I'm going to divorce this person. No, you need to look at it like this is a very important thing, one of your biggest life decisions you're going to make, and stick to it. So how long should you date before your boyfriend? How long should you date your boyfriend before you get married? It's really up to you. If your timeline is 3 years, then you need to make sure you find somebody who has that same viewpoint on weddings, and same viewpoint on marriage, and same viewpoint when it comes to actually popping the question. You find somebody who's like, you know what, I don't really care about marriage, or weddings not that big of a deal to me, or marriage is the ring and everything is not that important. Then you need to ask yourself, are you comfortable with dating that person or not? But that's a good question from Gabby there. So, all right, moving on here. We're going to jump into the Reddits. This first one's a kind of a long one, but stick with me now. My boyfriend won't touch me. My boyfriend and I fell in love at first sight. Well, I thought so. We have been Facebook friends for a long time and finally met up and fell in love and was completely smitten. She say they were completely smitten, but this is your point of view. He probably wasn't completely smitten. The past month we have texted every day, completely loving one another and everything. We can't wait to do when we see each other. Every time he makes the 1.5 drive to my house, so I guess an hour and 30-minute drive to our house, he comes in sweats, hoodies, and hasn't shaved or showered. Every time, all we do is eat and sleep and watch football. He has never touched me intimately like we talk about, and like I'm craving. I'm a 33 female and he's a 36 male, living with his mom, no job. There are some red flags there, but okay. He came to visit my family for Christmas. I got him a lot of cool stuff for his birthday and Christmas, and he showed up with nothing. I have a 12-year-old daughter, and he couldn't even get a rose, a card, anything. On top of that, he lied to me and said he ordered my daughter Uggs and me Uggs for our favorite football team sweats. He even went as far as to say I used a lot of my money to get a gift card or get a gift, and you complain. Well, it turns out he lied. He didn't get anything. Mind you, we are only 6 weeks in. Wait, you're 6 weeks in. His birthday came. That's possible his birthday lines up, and so did Christmas. You're only 6 weeks in. And, okay. There's a bunch of red flags here. I almost wanted to stop reading and tell her right then and there, but let's keep going. He never touched me intimately. Oh, I apologize. He came over last night. I was so giddy. I cleaned the house. I got into a cute outfit. I bought a sexy underwear. Okay, cool. He never touched me intimately. He actually started falling asleep during a movie, and when I brought it up, he brought it up, he in such a mean way said, I'm getting yelled at because I didn't F you the second I walked in. He hurt my heart. I just want to be loved and wanted. He spent the entire night on the opposite side of the bed and never reached over to touch me or cuddle me. I told him I feel like something is wrong with me and that's why you won't touch me. He yelled at me. I drove here, didn't I? That's the never-ending excuse. Is not that far. Then he just went to sleep like he has done every other time he's been over here. I'm so hurt. I just want to get married and have babies and a family, and I believe God brought me my soulmate because it was out of left field and well so fast. And we fell so fast. Now I have a feeling he just love bombs me and doesn't truly care about me. Please help. If you need more details, I'll answer. Why won't he have sex with me? Why doesn't he crave me? I'm good. I'm a good looking woman. I don't understand. I'm so caring and understanding, but I'm sensitive, and what he said just really hurt. What he did really hurts. Please help me. In your relationship with your boyfriend. This is not a real relationship. He's only 6 weeks in. You're not in a real relationship. You met on Facebook. He didn't take you on a real date. He came over to your place. He's wearing sweats when you first met him. There's red flag. I mean, if this was, it's not even a flag. This is a bloody flag. Like, it is, it's not just red. It's bloody. I mean, it is crimson. It is bright. Like, stoplight. Get out. This is not the man for you. It's not somebody you want to be dating. Congrats. You got him birthday presents. You got him Christmas gifts. His birthday fell on the same time of Christmas, the holiday season. You know, you did that for him. You did the right things as a partner would do for the partner. But he's not doing any of that for you. There's things, understand that, oh, he's, you know, you shouldn't judge somebody because they live at home. Or you shouldn't judge anybody because they, you know, live with their mother, or whatever the case may be. But he's 36 years old. No job. For one, living at home with his mother. Those are not a quality of somebody who you want in a boyfriend. And now he's not even touching you or being physical with you. So you're not getting intimate. You're literally taking care of a grown kid. This is somebody you should not be in a relationship with. This is not a partner. This is somebody who just wants to find another place to stay at. An hour and 30-minute drive from his house. He's willing to drive out there, but he's wearing sweats. He's not showering. This is not boyfriend material. This is not somebody you want to be in a partner with. This is not somebody who's worth being in a relationship at this point in time of his life. He's not ready yet. Sound like you are. But you need to ask yourself, why are you settling right now? You need to look at yourself and ask, why are you settling for somebody who's not even giving you an inch? They're giving you breadcrumbs when you give them a whole loaf of bread. You need to look at yourself, one, in this relationship, and then go date. Well, I wouldn't say date yet. Take time. Ask yourself what you want. Write that list. Okay, this is things I want. This is things I will not tolerate. These are my boundaries. This is things I'm looking for in a partner. But then ask yourself, are you those things that you're looking for in a partner? Are you caring? Are you, taking care of yourself, looking at yourself in a high view, looking at yourself as with standards and willing not to take what's left, take what is left or take what is little than you. Yeah, like I said, you are valuable. You are the prize. You need to treat yourself as such. And your partner should treat you as a prize. And you should treat your partner as a prize. But you can't treat your partner as a prize when they're not even treating you. They're not even treating you as a prize. They're treating you less than that. They're treating you as, I don't even know, a coin, a penny on the ground that they picked up and was like, okay, throw it in my pocket and keep going. Like, you're not getting treated the way you need to be treated, for one. You're not treated how you should be treated. Break up with your boyfriend. Find another partner who actually will take care of you, who actually will make sure, and not take care of you, but make sure that you are taken care of. Making sure that, hey, it's your birthday, it's the holidays, and taking care, like giving you gifts, giving you presents. Not even gifts and presents, but making sure your love language is hit. Maybe that is physical touch. They'll give you a hug when they see you, give you flowers when they're thinking about you. Give you a kiss when you walk through the door. Make sure they're taking care of themselves. Make sure they're clean. Making sure they're showered. Making sure they're just a grown adult who's taking care of themselves. That's who you need to find. This is not it. I don't care his age is 36. He's an older man. Throw that out the window. He's not somebody for you. I do want to read some of the comment section here to see what people are saying. This first person said, this guy is a loser in literally every way possible. You can't possibly be this desperate. Surely, what are you doing here? End it. That's somebody's reaction. That's, that person is... Not trying to call names, but that person is definitely, he is not mature enough to be in a relationship. He's not mature enough to be a boyfriend or a partner. So in that sense, he is a loser. It just sucks to say that to somebody. Let's see what another person said. This guy is 36 years old, lives with his mother, and doesn't have a job. I'm trying to figure out why in the world would you want to have anything to do with this obvious loser. So I'm going to take another loser shot. Of course, he didn't bring gifts at Christmas. He doesn't have money. He doesn't work. What part of that is not sinking in? Yeah. And then somebody goes, and he doesn't bathe regularly. Yeah. And he seems only has one outfit. All right. The original poster jumped in. They said, not even a nice shower and shave to love me and kiss me and smells good. I cleaned the house. I made dinner. I got a sexy outfit. Okay, we get it. She sound like she just trying to avoid the whole situation here and want to not say a pity party, because when you bring this to the table, everybody's like, oh, poor you. In reality, you're like, no, not poor you. Get off your feet. Kick them out. 6 weeks in, you can break up with this. This is a situationship. Heck, you're not even getting you're not even getting physical touch from this person. So I'm not even sure what you're getting. He's not giving words of affirmation. He's not giving physical touch. He's not giving kisses. He smells. What are you getting out of this relationship? Are you looking for a project? If you're looking for a project, then you need to end that. No, you shouldn't be looking to date a project. You should be looking to date a partner. I'm going to leave it at that because this is too much. And then she bring it up, like when she talked to somebody else, she's talking about like the whole showering thing and everything and brought everything back up. Look, you fell smitten with somebody you met online. It happens to all of us. Who online date. You met him in person. Luckily, the dude's not, something worse than just a guy who doesn't take care of himself. Nothing worse than a bum. Just get rid of him. It's not worth your time. All right, next one. Should I be worried of men over 40? I'm 29 female, have always been into older guys. I'm quite mature for my age, so much prefer the conversation that comes with older guys, along with the fact that they are usually more settled and established in general. Okay. Recently, I had this worrying thought pop into my head, and maybe I should be a bit more skeptical of guys over the age of 40. I think I saw a TikTok of a girl saying you should really question why a guy that age has got this far in life and still is single. Okay. Now I personally have never really thought about it like this, but it's kind of got to me. Is my preference on men now a guaranteed and inevitable letdown? What? You let somebody on TikTok talk you out of dating people you're preferred to? If your preference is dating an older man, then date older man. Okay, he's 40 and you're 29. There's an 11-year gap there. But you're both adults. Then like he's 40 and you're 18 or 19. You're 29 years old. You experienced life. You have a job. You probably have a career. He probably have a job, have a career, and probably been established. The reason why he's probably single, ask him. Ask him why he's single. Don't sit and be like, well, somebody on TikTok said men over the age of 40 who is still single can't find a committed relationship. Maybe he was so focused on his job that he didn't decide to date somebody. Maybe he did try to date a bunch of people and realized it wasn't working for him and still looking for the right partner. Maybe. Who knows what the other maybe is? Ask him. If you're so worried about why somebody over the age of 40 is single, but you're interested in men who are over the age of 40, ask them why they're single, which is a horrible question to ask on a date, but you could definitely ask. You can even ask, hey, what happened to your past relationship? How that ended? Just ask those questions. Those are what dating is about, and hear what he has to say. Then watch his actions. How did he make you feel? Does he make you feel like $1,000,000, or did he make you feel like the previous girl, like trash on the corner? Like, ask those questions to yourself and ask yourself, is this person worth dating and worth your time? There we go. But instead of putting a number on the age, how about you put a number on how they make you feel? I guess put emphasis on how they make you feel, not put a number on it, because there's no way you can put a number on that kind of thing. like, don't be worried about that. You're 30 pretty much, 29. You're 30. It's a 10-year gap. 30 and 40, y'all pretty much at this point, we all adults in the real world. Y'all the same exact thing. Like, nobody's sitting there questioning, oh, a 30-year-old dating a 40-year-old. Ooh, like, that's not a big deal. When you hit you have a 40-year-old dating an 18, 19-year-old, 20-year-old who can't even drink, that's when you're going to be wondering why you're dating somebody who's so young, who can't go to the bar with you, or can't grab a drink with you, you can't go to the store and, get a bottle of wine together. Those are questions you want to ask. But when you're 29 and he's 40, that's no big deal at all. All right, next one. Went on a date, went well, but got rejected though. I want to work it out somehow. Okay. I'm 24 female, went on a date with a guy, 25 male. We have been talking for a month and then went on a date. Okay. It went well. Congratulations. However, 2 days after that, he told me that he was not over with his past relationship and don't want to continue. Good for him. He was upfront, honest, told you that he didn't want to continue his previous relationship. All right, cool. I tried to convince him once, but the answer was the same. Don't do that. What should I do? Because I think we would have clicked and were compatible. Should I try to visit him at his workplace and say that, oh, I came here for a meeting and maybe he gets to see me again and can rethink his decision. Sounds stupid, but I want to do it. Don't do it. Don't even. Whoa. Hey, welcome to the dating game. 24 years old. This is a dating world. He's 25 years old. Heck, he didn't drag you along, which is the right thing to do. He told you, I'm not with my past relationship. Trying to work that out. You know what? Understand, respect your thoughts. Let him be. You're going to find plenty of the guys out there, plenty of the partners out there. This guy's not it. Oh, you think it could be compatible? That's your thought process. He's looking at it completely different. You got to be compatible when one person's thinking different than the other person. Y'all not working together. You're not on the same page. He's trying to go this way, and you're trying to go this way with him, but he's like, hey, hold back. I'm not trying to go with you. I'm trying to go do my own thing. I can't get with my ex. You got to go do your own thing. Go have fun. Like 2 days or 1 day, and he gave you 2 days later. He didn't drag you along. Props to him. But you should not go to his work. You should not be going to his job. Trying to make him and convince him to think that he should be doing something different. Trying to convince him that he's doing the wrong thing. No. Let this be his loss. Remember, I said earlier in this episode, you are the prize. Let this be his loss. And let him handle his business. You're going to find somebody who's going to make you feel like $100, $1 million, or how many bucks are out there. 100 is not all, but $1 billion, I should say nowadays. You're going to make you feel like $1 billion. Make you feel like the stars are always shining. The sun never goes down. You'll find somebody who makes you feel that. But this guy is not the guy. And you think you're compatible? Yes, you're infatuated with him. You probably think he's hot. Of course you do. You want to date with him. But this situation here is not the guy for you. Do not go to the job. Do not try to make him convince him that he's making the wrong decision. He's not. He's making his decision for his life. And try to date somebody else and go find another person. You'll find somebody else because you click with this person. You go click with 15 other people out there as well. There's other people out there who will connect with and you have a better chemistry, better compatibility with. So let this be a learning lesson that everybody you date out there is not going to be on the same wavelength as you. That's fine. You'll find somebody else. Is she ghosting me is the next one. Okay, so I went out with this girl and we hooked up, and the day after she was texting me a lot and seemed like she wanted to hang out again. But then the next day, text just like that, really slow. And the next day, text just like really slowed down, and she was not as responsive or like engaged. There was no comment on that. The person just dropped off and like it was doing really good punctuation wise and then punctuality wise, and then just went down the hill. Okay, so we hooked up with a girl, had a good time. The next day after that, kind of slowed down and communication kind of stalled a little bit. All right, I feel like some background is needed. So like we dated the same guy coincidentally, and I think I got too drunk and talked about my past relationship with him. I really wanted to see her again, but sober, so I didn't do that. But I don't even know if that she even cared. It also been finals week, but she's been posting on social media, so she's definitely on her phone. Also, she has my shirt and I want it back. You guys just like a love triangle here. What happened? I think I got too drunk and talked about my past relationship with him. So they dated the same guy. I feel like some background's needed. So we dated the same guy coincidentally. All right. So like y'all in college, finals week, and post on social media. Yeah, man, she's grossing you. Man, ma'am, I don't know what gender you are. You didn't preface it, but you're ghosting. You're getting ghosted. She's pulling away, and I'm not gonna put anything like say she did anything mischievous or whatever the case would be because you guys date the same person. I'm not gonna even say that. I'm just gonna say that what, she got the hookup in. She wanted to have fun. You had fun. You had a good night, and now she's like, you know what? I don't see this going more than just a hookup. Maybe a roster buddy, but other than that, I don't see this going anywhere else. She is fading you. She's doing a slow fade in the conversation. So you're trying to have the conversation, get them going, and keep the engagement going, and do the next date. But she's like, nah, I'm out. No, thank you. You're getting ghosted. It sucks. Part of dating, part of the dating game. At this point, just kind of looking like, you know what? I'm going to take this loss. It is what it is. I know my worth. I'm going to go find, a better partner. If you're looking for that, if you're looking to have fun, say, hey, that one night and I'll go out there and continue being single and have fun with somebody else. But look like you're trying to start something with this girl. She didn't want to start something with you. That's okay. Let her go. If she's on social media, she's seeing your text. She's just trying to find a way to slow fade you. And that's what you can do. Now, you could be like, call it out and say, hey, it feels like you're kind of ghosting me right now. You can say that. You can say, hey, I want to talk to you. I feel like we had a connection there, but I'm starting to feel you pull back a little bit, feel like a little bit of ghosting. If you guys know each other for more than, I don't know, 2 months, 3 months to have that conversation and you're hooked up, you can legit say, hey, I feel like you're pulling away. Is that the case? If my feelings are right? And they can say yes, they can say no, but really at the end of the day, how they making you feel? If they making you feel like they pulling away, you call them out on it and they be like upfront and say, yeah, I wasn't trying to do that, or I'm going through a lot. You're like, well, I'll let you go do your thing. I'm going to go do my thing over here. But yeah, they are ghosting you right now. So you can call them out on the ghosting, or you can just let it be and go move on. But it's up to you. All right, one last one, and we're going to call it a day. I think my wife, 23 female, had gotten far too complacent with me, 25 male. I know it sounds like I'm not sure how else to explain it, honestly. We have been married for 3, going on 4 years now, and I'm not sure if it's just her having extreme complacency or what. Explanation: we have a 70-30 split due to me making more now. Neither one of us cook, which has never been a big deal for me. When we go out, I always pay, which is fine. But even cleaning, I do 80 to 90% of it. I try to give her the benefit of the doubt, but it's getting hard. Most days she just comes home and sits on the couch, and that's about it. Our sex life isn't very active, and if I don't make the first move, it's not active at all because she never thinks about it. And even then, there's no excitement. I've tried expressing all these things to her in all different ways over and over, but then she cries and says how bad of a wife she is, and then a week later, it's right back to the same thing. There's more details to this, but don't want it to be too long. I'm just not sure what to do, and I feel drained a lot of the time. Any advice, please? Too long, didn't read. How can I get through to her after trying so many different ways? Am I overreacting? Feel free to ask questions. Okay, so you're 23, she's 23 female, 25 male. Y'all been married for 3 years, going on 4. She got married at 20. You got married at 22. Okay. My question is to you first is, when it comes to the kind of situation, how long did y'all date before y'all got married? Was these same things shown before the marriage, before the wedding? Like, was she not, Was she not cleaning up around the house when y'all was together? Was you doing 80% of the work? Was you, and now you say, you break more than her, you do a 70-30 split when it comes to split. Okay, that's fine. You guys decided to make that decision. You can't really complain about that unless that wasn't a rule of engagement when y'all first started dating about who, if one person makes more money, who pays the bills, who does what. Y'all go out, but you always pay, which is fine, but because of cleaning, so you do 80-90%. And then you when it comes to sex, you have to make it the first move, where she doesn't make the move at all. So my question is, were these things happening before you got married? Because that's the first start. And once you figure that out, and you're like, well, these signs was there, I just kind of ignored it. Okay, well, maybe this is the kind of person you're dating. This may be the person who you're married to. But then she's like, I'm being a bad wife. Okay. You say you bring it to her attention, you wish she add in more, and she breaks down and cries, says she's being a bad wife. My advice to you guys would be marriage counseling at this point. Marriage counseling, therapy together, and work out what is it that you two are going through that's making her hesitant to even engage into sexual acts with you as a partner, even like initiate sex, not engage, but even initiate sex. Like, what is it that's stopping her? Is she going through depression? Is she going through a spell? What is happening here? Like, is it a certain season where she's not as high? But also ask yourself, are these things that always happen prior to your marriage? Or is it something that's just started up? If this is something that just started up, then yeah, I think marriage counseling definitely is the move to go here and just work it out and see what it is. And you said like you brought it to her attention, and she sounds like she is aware of what's going on, but doesn't really want to make the move to make things different. Even if it's just cleaning up in the house and doing 50-50 when it comes to cleaning, that could make a huge difference. Or act like initiating sex, that could make a difference. So my question would be, or my answer to you guys would be marriage counseling. And the first person says here, is coupling counseling something you would consider doing together? Nobody responds to that. First of all, maybe pretty young. The next person, we got a response here. Okay, let's do one person's comment, and then because the original poster did respond to that person's comment. First off, you both got married pretty young, and there are reasons people wait until they are a bit older. I would say you're overreacting if it's affecting you. Do you both eat out all the time? If so, it's about you both grow up and learn how to cook. Perhaps it's something you could learn together. It sounds like the crying could be a manipulation in order to get you to move off the topic, because once she cries, you won't bring it up. However, since the cycle repeats itself, there is nothing happening and no progress as well. Up to this point, there has been no consequences for her interactions. I might suggest couple counseling, which I did the same thing, where you both could talk and discuss the issues with a professional, since you are doing right. What you're doing right now isn't working. Somebody else responds, I like this. Why not do something exciting together? Why does it have to be the girl to change? I mean, stop cleaning up after her, but find something new together. Ooh, try a sex therapist. Y'all young enough. The original person says, what do you mean? Why does it have to be the girl to change? I've changed over and over to support and cater to what she needs, and I'm just wanting the same. I can't just stop cleaning and leave my house a mess. I tried that and it did not go well. So he legit tried not to clean up behind her, and the house got dirty. I'm trying to change who she is as a don't like that. I'm trying to change who she is as a person. I love that part. I'm trying to spark motivation. I'm trying to change who she is as a person. I love that part. I'm trying to spark motivation and my responsibility I'm trying to change who she is as a person. I love that part. I'm trying to spark motivation and responsibility into the woman that I love. Don't like that. Don't like that at all. I don't like the fact you're saying trying to change her. That right there, you feel like you have to try to change somebody. I understand you're married, but you feel like you have to try to change somebody. It's not going to work out the way you think it's going to work out. Because if you do get her to change, she's going to resent you, and this is going to end up in flames. Not trying to be like hyperbole here and really get it out there, but it's not going to end well. The next person says, bro, next time she cries, console her, but also tell her you're not getting my pity and you need to work on this. Ooh. Person after them, the original poster came back. I have and am already doing this. She says she understands and all that. Then a couple of weeks later, it's back to what is already happening. I'm not trying to make it seem like a lost cause, because that's definitely not what I want, man, but it's the truth. I straight up told her you don't hold yourself accountable for anything, yet when you're at work, you do things without a blink of thinking and makes me feel disrespected at times. Look, man, marriage counselor is where you need to go. You need to go to marriage counsel. I'm reading something else he says. He responded to somebody else. Generally, thank you for taking the time out and remind me of all this is to a random stranger. This means a lot to me, more than you may realize. I don't know. Okay. So, marriage counsel. If you have tried this with your wife and you had conversations over and over again, things keep going back to the same after a few weeks, you guys need to go to marriage counsel and work it out. Because I hate to throw out divorce as the way to go, but at this point in time, 4 years and you guys are feeling complacent right now, y'all need to go do marriage counsel. And maybe, well, you say you go out to eat, but you're taking her on dates. That's another thing. Are you courting your wife, or you just let her become a person in the room? If you're not courting, you became roommates, of course she's not going to be doing all the things. But I'll just understand, like, cleaning up after yourself, it's something you should be doing. So marriage counsel is the way to go on that one. That's start from there. Cause I don't even say, like, cause she didn't even say that you don't take me on dates. She didn't mention that you don't do anything for me. She just said I need to be a better wife. What does that mean? So marriage counsel is the way to go. All right, guys. Thank you guys for watching this episode of Nerdy Dating. I really appreciate y'all. Please continue to share, like, and subscribe. Thank you so much, and keep being awesome. Thank you for watching this episode of Nerdy Dating. I really appreciate it. If there's another episode you want to watch, you can look at it right there. If you want to subscribe to the page and watch more content, it's down here. Also, you have a question about dating you want to put in the comment section, go ahead and do it. Or you can send me your dating question to my email of alizakkanerdydating@gmail.com. That's alizakkanerdydating@gmail.com. And I will answer your question on the next episode of Nerdy Dating. Thank you so much for watching the show. I appreciate you, and keep being awesome.